Dr. Yosef Ben Yochanan and other black scholars have been under attack recently on YouTube by a generation who have not understood his work and used ChatGPT and AI to evaluate our scholars. This generation is prey to several occurrences that have been happening recently and not addressed. First, there is an ongoing operation that I title Attack Black Leaders that has been going on since slavery and now resurfacing with a vengeance by making information available but pushing negative information to separate us from those who spent their lives trying to make African American lives better. Certainly, the target is on those who combat white supremacy. Part of this is also a very sophisticated movement using social media to create new identities in Black America. We have seen in recent emergence of fringe theories, such as flat earth, Aboriginal identity, FBA and ADOS identity, sovereign citizen identities, that have successfully divided our people, so our leaders from Booker T. Washington to recent figures have all been attacked for the purposes of division. Who is to blame? Recently, in the last 20 years, there have been an emergence of people who seemingly promote African history, but if you look close, it's just a business for them and their families, from trips to Africa to lecture series. Then there are black scholars who are protective of their careers and rarely engage with the people to educate and to protect others. This is not because of an age gap only, but a decision to ignore and not engage, because the masses of blacks are not worth their time. They are not community scholars like Dr. Clark, Dr. Ben, Dr. Leonard Jeffries, Dr. Amos Wilson, but only academic scholars or on the lecture series. This is not all scholars. There are many scholars such as Dr. Tyreen Wright, Dr. Salim Faraji, Dr. Jahi Issa, Dr. Greg Carr, Dr. Mario Beatty, ASCAC scholars, and several other scholars who lecture for minimal cost or for free to the community. Then there are a few of their students like myself, Brother Ankh, Patrick Delices, Brother Enoch, Brother Askule, Camjiverse, Doral, Pan-African James, who remain vanguards of the scholarship of many of our greats. However, those that do this work are not popularized, but marginalized. Our people have given millions of dollars to charismatic people because what they say makes you feel good. But if you examine closely, they have no academic work, institutional jobs, but you promote them over better qualified individuals. Recently, again, Black social media has now moved its criticism from Dr. John Henrik Clark and now moved to Dr. Yosef Ben Yochanan. I was on a call today and recorded their conversation. The content is not for children, so do not show it to them. The content is for responsible black people who won't get angry but look for solutions and to demand more from these people who say exotic things or charge pricey trips to Africa on the backs of Dr. Clark, Dr. Ben and Jeffries, or sell other products that are not about intellectual warfare. I spent the whole day recording this presentation not for you to be angry, but for you to solve the problem and get out of your condition of rewarding those who may seem to educate, but don't defend and educate our masses of youths. The burden always falls to those who won't rest until freedom comes, but are forgotten in history, not because of their great work, but because of the mindset of our people always chasing shiny things and charismatic people and their channels, but not those more capable and who are marginalized. I do have videos on analyzing the work of our greats, but my views are always minimal because, frankly, I am not entertaining. It's funny how you have given people millions who say hit the Cash App, hit the Cash App, hit the Cash App, or hit the PayPal over others whose work and achievements are priceless. I have a video that I will put out tomorrow on Dr. Yosef Ben Yochanan entitled, Yosef Ben Yochanan at the Foothills of Evolution, Defeating Scientific Racism with Evolution. If you value my work, my Cash App is ReginaldMabry. The little donations I get allow me to continue doing the work that others profit greatly on. So now I will bring you the attack on Dr. Ben and tomorrow my show on Dr. Ben and evolution. If you are angry, then support what I have done. I am giving you a picture of what our people are against. My comments are impromptu, as I and Ankh are taking on more than 6 opponents. My work is not to demonize the channel that did this, but to bring attention to the criticism, and let's see if you can constructively engage them with information. If they don't see you, they will continue until the work of the oppressor is done. Division and disconnecting us from our greats is their warfare, and we fall for it every time. Since the trans-Saharan and transatlantic slavery, we don't seem to be able to grasp the big picture of our oppression and destruction.
What have you said in the past about Dr. Ben that you still hold on? I'll take Corey first, and find somebody called Sheffrin.
Oh.
All right, Corey. Hey, Corey.
I'm sorry, this is, I don't know if anybody heard that shit. Okay.
Hey, Corey.
You already know. I just think he's a snake oil salesman, bro.
Wait. Wait, Corey. Start from the beginning. No noise.
Yeah, I think he's a snake oil salesman. I done said it a million times. You talking about Dr. Ben, right?
Dr. Joseph Benjo-Cannon. Yes.
Yeah, he's just a snake oil salesman.
What do you mean by that?
So what I mean by a snake oil salesman, meaning that basically a scam artist. Basically, he's just a scam artist. You know what a scam artist is?
Well, what? So his
Right.
information is untruthful?
Not only is his information, I'm sure he even said some things that were true. I'm almost positive that he said some things that were true, right? Because it's almost impossible to say all things untrue, right? So in order for you to be coherent, like you have to have mix the truth with the falsehood, right? And that's how scam artists and snake oil salesmen do.
Did you read the book?
No, I haven't read it. I don't read books from scam artists and snake oil
Okay, so
salesmen.
Listen, you don't even understand what you said earlier. So y'all have generations of people reading this book, and don't nobody comprehend it? You see something wrong with that. See, like,
so what have I ever said about Dr. Joseph
Benjo-Cannon? Y'all were never reading the book to see what it says. Y'all were just trying to confirm your own biases the whole time.
What?
Like the fact that we talk about him at all, as opposed to talking about other scholars that we could be getting better examples from, better information from.
Like who?
We spend so much time. We spend so much time trying to correct these people's shit. We don't even get to explore the people.
Okay, but
right, but I'm saying all the rhetoric used from Diop is about discouraging academia.
Well, these were some of his hypotheses, theories, and then science either proves or disproves.
Not so much him. I actually think some of the stuff Diop got wrong. I'm not necessarily talking about that. I'm talking about the later works produced off of the Diop ideologies, right? When you start getting into your Wade Nobles, your Naeem Akbars, I'm saying that they use Diop to try to create their narrative.
Okay, but Dr. Joseph Benjo-Cannon was actually one of the starts of us understanding Egypt being in Africa and the populations in there.
Actually, he wasn't.
Who was?
His sources would have been y'all start. And his sources were white people, right?
It's a mixture of scholars. He used other scholars in his work.
Yes, it's his sources is what got y'all there, not him, because he.
No, we didn't know about the sources. We used him as a catalyst to understand the sources.
So y'all were scholars going to college and had no idea about the sources.
Right, just tell me if you're not.
Sure.
So I said, Dr. Ben's books on evolution, are they worth anything? It says, if you mean Dr. Joseph Benjo-Cannon and his writings that touch on evolution academically and scientifically, they're not considered credible. It says why? He was a historian, an Afrocentric scholar, not a biologist, not a geneticist, or an anthropologist trained in evolutionary science. His degrees, if he has them, and research focus were in history, engineering, and cultural studies, not biology. Somebody got mute up. Lodge, mute up. It says his evidence, he tended to weave together archaeology, oral history, and sometimes speculative or nationalist narratives. And then as far as peer reception, his work is rarely cited because it doesn't follow empirical methodology. Well, he's mainly lecturers. He wasn't tenured. I know that already. So calling him a teacher at Cornell is a very loose definition of teacher at Cornell.
A professor.
So that's
that you
that he was a liar.
Okay.
He was definitely a liar. He didn't have no degree.
So.
He had honorary degrees. He had honorary degrees.
His name is Youssef, no doctor.
Yeah, but he had honorary degrees.
If you lie, right? If you lie about your credentials, right, and then
on the street like that,
a scavenger hunt, you would find something like that. So he's not wrong on the rare part. Right. It's just the book is full of shit.
Okay, so
he lied on his resume. He wasn't qualified to teach at no damn.
But they hired him. But they hired him.
Yeah. Listen, for what though?
He was a very loose professor. At best, he was teaching undergrads introductory courses. At best.
Okay, so
he wasn't. When you look up his academic history, it literally says he was a guest lecturer over a period of time. Sometimes he come in once a month and speak to people, and it was more about
absolutely not. He was
hold up a second, yo. How are we getting example after example of this stuff not being academically credible, and the only thing that you could be reading the book for is Afrocentrism, but some kind of way y'all trying to pigeonhole this conversation.
In the Africana Studies department?
I mean, he's not teaching, but at best maybe less than a handful of courses.
How do you know this, by the way? How do you know this?
See, y'all didn't see the video Chief X put up. They clearly said that he scammed Cornell.
He was only.
But how do you know this? I'm just asking. I'm not talking to you yet, Corey.
James Turner was the institutional gatekeeper who made it possible for someone like Dr. Ben, with street credibility, Afrocentric passion,
you're reading from where?
Scholarship to teach at an Ivy League.
Where are you reading that from?
I mean, I don't know this man. I just looked it up. Reliance on framing, selective use of archaeology, no peer review, and written for a popular audience rather than scholars. So you're saying that book qualifies him to teach Ivy League students?
Okay. So he had already an academic position. He was selected by Dr. James Turner for his specific work, right, on Egypt, dismantling scientific racism, right, and the field work that Dr. Yosef Ben Jochanan was doing and continued to do in Egypt, right? So for his multiple books that he's written that were published, public in academia, you use a publisher, you die, right? Dr. Ben had already come to Temple and Cornell University with substantial publications. Now, there is a problem in academia where there are what you call traditional gatekeepers that ignore the fact that they had already hired other experts, right, with less publications and with less qualifications, right, for the purposes of giving, imparting in their university someone that was a specialist in a particular area for whatever particular reason. Sometimes it's political, sometimes it is.
What time to put that? No, but to the black community, right? We started to see non-accredited writers write on the subject matter about Egypt. Outside professionals seeing that there was a need for black people to actually write on the subject matter, and they was coming with a different idea that these Egyptians was African. That was the primary point. And then people would say, well, black too. But this was new. White people wasn't writing extensively on it for black people, but Dr. Ben wrote it for black people.
And that's on record. But we know that Black Men of the Nile isn't academic, and we know that he didn't even have a doctorate at the time, or honorary doctorate at the time. They were just calling him Dr. Ben. And he skipped over the other PhDs So there's got to be a reason why Dr. James Turner skipped over qualified people, ignored the fact that Black Man of the Nile wasn't an academic book, to have Dr. Benjamin specifically teach at Cornell University to Ivy League students. Now, if that doesn't give you content for your show, I don't know.
No.
What of scientific archaeology in Egypt, they are not the same. In fact, they represent two very different traditions. Petrie in formal Western Egyptology, Dr. Ben in community-based Afrocentric historical
Dr.
See, you forget that we can look the shit up.
No, but watch this. Watch how easily.
Because you agree with it.
No, because they broke it down properly. All right, I'm done. I made my point. Go ahead, Reggie. You gotta know they don't give a fuck, Reggie.
No, because
you just gotta understand it. Once you understand that, Reggie, you be up for the fight.
You talking to yourself. I guarantee you ain't nobody listening to that shit.
I know.
What a shame, man. So, brother Reggie, I just want to talk about a statement. Wait, where you finished, brother?
They keep egging you on to do this shit to yourself, Reggie. They
no,
not
you said you want
listening.
content. I'm giving them content. So, brother Reggie, you want to speak or can I speak?
Yeah, you're right about that. Niggas don't care. They ain't listening.
no, you can
It's like you trying to tell it. It's like you trying to tell a room full of atheists some shit about Jesus is real. Y'all not gonna be trying to hear that shit, huh? It's gonna be like, bro, whatever you say, I know it's bullshit. Why? Because we atheists. God not real. All of us is sitting here already understand that Dr. Ben to us is not a credible scholar. So anything y'all trying to bring, if y'all trying to big him up, we already is like an atheist trying to be taught that Jesus is real. That's what y'all doing to us. That is bullshit.
You know that shit. Right, wrong, or fucking indifferent. That's the difference the nigga made. That's why he in the mental thing. Okay, that's what y'all say. That is your opinion, though. You can have that.
It was wrong.
Nigga, you
even said he was wrong.
It all was not wrong. You're super cat.
What did he get right? What did he get right?
Okay, great. So I have been waiting for a half an hour.
So, niggas don't be talking.
I've been.
Hear some shit. We gonna hear some shit. Oh my god.
I've been waiting for about a half an hour, right? And
I can't talk about the gorilla. We need Chef, yo.
Right. So, can I turn? Can I turn? I've been waiting. I've been waiting for half an hour.
I ain't never said no damn.
Can y'all hear me?
Watch when Chef come in. He gonna tell y'all about the gorilla.
Hey, Lodge, you know why you
didn't get stopped like me.
Hey, can y'all hear me? I've been waiting for about a half an hour, maybe 40 minutes.
He's gonna be able to remember. We wanted to hear what you had to say. Blame Unc.
Okay, great. So I'm going to do a video on Dr. Yosef Ben Jochanan. And I know that many of you do not, haven't really read or understood Dr. Yosef Ben Jochanan. I do know that, right? Now, what I did not put the Discord on blast because I don't want people to attack because we're all learning.
You should have, Reggie. What the hell wrong with you?
Right. So I know. I know. Yeah, I know. So now, before I do this on Dr. Yosef Ben Jochanan, I need your best critiques. And most of the time y'all are negative on Dr. Yosef Ben Jochanan. And I hope Chef is on. So I can record. Yes.
Yeah. Can you do me a favor, Reggie?
Yes.
Yeah, start the record, nigga. Start the record.
Yeah,
I need you to do me a favor.
Well, I'm going to record the screen. So.
All right, go ahead. Asking for another classic.
Well, so before I'm going to record the screen, but I'm not going to record the channel. But I'm going to record the stream.
Reggie, you can. I'll give you the stream when we're done. I'm recording right now.
Okay,
but you know what? Whatever y'all want. It don't matter.
Okay, so now why?
Oh, Reggie, stop. Just answer the question. Did me and you have a fight over Dr. Ben teaching evolution? Them niggas joke me. They joke crack.
Oh no, I lost a debate with Unc.
Wow. What was the debate? What was the debate?
I lost a debate on Dr. Ben and evolution with Unc. I lost that debate. It was a private debate, and it was private between me and him. Really, a phone call, and but I don't lose many debates at all. But I did gloss over Dr. Ben's effort in evolution, and so I had to cure that, and so. But that's a
So
fact.
hold on, Reggie. My point was that most of us that read Dr. Ben's books, they glossed over that section. Even the great Reggie glossed over it because it's so hard. We just go right to the religious shit. That was my point.
Yeah.
I did the same shit back in the day. Reggie did the same shit back in the day. This nigga buried the man and didn't realize that shit. That's my point I was making. But yeah,
so let me ask you a question.
So now, what I want, because now, wait, wait, no questions.
If you buried them, I don't want to do that. Like, what you asking?
Nah, but real quick though, Reg.
No.
Real quick. This is a valid question.
We're not
to get you on the right track.
Jesus.
So, are there any other brothers and sisters of your ilk that also read the Dr. Ben books in some kind of way, missed evolution?
All of us.
All the people that you know that have read it. Which of any of them besides Unc know what Unc talk about?
No, all of us missed it. What we did was we just pulled out things like Deknesh and Lucy, but never the major points that Dr. Ben was talking about and why he put that section in evolution, which should have been the first chapter of his book, right? But he buried it within talking about Egypt. So we were learning about Egypt and ancient Egypt, and so the section on evolution, because it was somewhere later in the book, we kind of like missed it, right? And glossed over it and went to the Egypt. But nevertheless, what I want from y'all.
Whoa, hey Reggie, did I not correct all that? I caught him on one spot.
Yeah.
You set that up. Can we talk about that real quick, and then we can move on?
I think, I don't remember all the elements of the conversation because I was upset that I lost. But the fact that
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when I addressed the elders. Caught them in one room.
Oh yeah, so in that room was Infadishi, Brother Small, and who was the other person? Samaj. And Ankh asked him about evolution. Now these are all people who studied Dr. Yosef Ben Jochanan, right? Now Ankh did not lead on. The fact of the matter is that it was Dr. Ben, your elder, who put it on the map. They all said that they did not believe in evolution. They gave, how can I say, the comments that they gave on the subject showed that they had not studied Dr. Ben on evolution, nor have they studied evolution in itself, right? And Ankh seemed to have broken rank with them at that particular point. Some were more, how can I say, I got to be careful because I don't want it to come back to me in a certain way. But some of the things that they said were just not sound.
It was an anti-evolutionist statement,
right.
Yo. They was just wrong, yo. That's it. They didn't understand what the hell the man wrote.
Okay.
Simple as
but
that.
Y'all, but still. Now, from Sheffrin's not here. Somebody please call Sheffrin, because I need somebody call Sheffrin. I need what you say about Dr. Ben, the worst, so I can let my other community, the community that I left, right?
You ain't gotta tell them that. You ain't gotta say they're gonna do it anyway.
No, they because they might hide their hand. So what is your?
Hell, who? Start with Corey, yo.
What is your what have you said in the past about Dr. Ben that you still hold on? I'll take Corey first, and find somebody call Sheffrin. All right, Corey. Hey, Corey.
I'm sorry. I'm thinking about hearing that shit stuff.
Hey, Corey.
You already know. I just think he's a snake oil salesman, bro.
Wait. Don't. Wait, Corey. Start from the beginning. No noise.
Yeah, I think he's a snake oil salesman. I've said it a million times. You talking about Dr. Ben, right?
Dr. Joseph Benjo Cannon. Yes.
Yeah, he's just a snake oil salesman.
What do you mean by that?
So what I mean by a snake oil salesman, meaning that basically a scam artist. Basically, he's just a scam artist. You know what a scam artist is?
Well, what? So his information is untruthful?
Not only is his information, I'm sure he even said some things that were true. I'm almost positive that he said some things that were true, right? Because it's almost impossible to say all things untrue, right? So in order for you to be coherent, like you have to have mixed the truth with the falsehood, right? And that's how scam artists and snake oil salesmen do. They line up the truth and the falsehood perfectly so that it makes a little bit of sense, so it's coherent, so that you can actually sell the snake oil.
So you read The Black Man in the Nile.
Coherent snake oil.
So you read The Black Man in the Nile?
So that's snake oil.
Did you read The Black Man in the Nile? Did you read
that's a scam.
But did you read the book?
No, I haven't read it. I don't read books from scam artists.
Okay, so you making a determination.
That's like me reading a book that Alex Jones wrote.
All right, so you know he has more than.
Why would I do that?
You know he has more than 25 works, right? But you are.
And every last one of them, and all 25 of them was a scam, was a work
right.
Of,
but you've
was
not read
of
any of those
oil.
books. But you've not read any of those books.
I don't have to. That's the point.
But
Reggie.
why
That's
don't you have to? What did he say? What did he say?
I don't need to read the Book of Mormon. I don't need to read the Book of Mormons to know that John Smith was fucking on them men.
No, don't curse. Don't curse because I'm putting this on the channel. Just don't curse.
Well, fine. I don't give a damn. Well, don't ask me because I'm a fucking woman. If you want to know anything from me,
but you haven't read the book. Okay, so Corey, I got enough from you.
I haven't read the book.
All right, so let me take Logic. Logic, you on?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, Logic. How you doing?
I'm doing good, Reggie. I'm doing good, man. Welcome to the Discord, bro. I like that you be coming through here, but so my clear thing for y'all is that y'all put so much emphasis on Dr. Ben that y'all have actually dimmed the light of real scholars. So you can let y'all kick that around and come.
Well, have you read his work?
Hell no.
So you haven't read his work.
What?
So where are you getting these points from about Dr. Ben?
Oh God.
What are you getting the points? Come on, let's be professional.
From y'all.
From us.
I'm getting my points from y'all, right? Like the whole. Listen, you don't even understand what you said earlier. So y'all have generations of people reading this book, and don't nobody comprehend it. You see something wrong with that. See, like,
so what have I ever said about Dr. Joseph Benjo Cannon?
Y'all were never reading the book to see what it says. Y'all were just trying to confirm your own biases the whole time.
What have I said?
How generations of people could read the book and not understand what's in the book without there being comprehension?
Fine, but what have I said? What have I said about Dr. Joseph Benjo Cannon that, since I'm one of the people that talk about him, what have I said that you that led you on to make these conclusions? Not people like you.
No, for real. Like, in all seriousness, it's more about what you don't say. Like the fact that we talk about him at all, as opposed to talking about other scholars that we could be getting better examples from, better information from.
Like who?
We spend so much time trying to correct these people's shit. We don't even get to explore the people.
Okay, but then
regardless of what color they
okay, but that's fine. So, what black scholars on ancient Egypt do you listen to that you can get better information from?
You're the only one.
Okay, well, I appreciate that, but your points on Dr. No.
That was a good answer.
Your points on Dr. Dr. Sheikh Anta Diop. What do you think about him?
Pseudo.
I think So I've always said that I think it's a noble cause, and he got some stuff wrong, which is cool. But you know, all in all, he actually went and attempted to do something really good. But in his attempt, they turned it into something kind of crazy because now you created this culture as if you know you're attempting to create scholars through academia and then get into academia and discredit academia. Like there's something weird happening in that
But Dr.
process.
Shekant Diop is he has definitely earned a doctorate.
Right, but I'm saying all the rhetoric used from Diop is about discouraging academia.
Well, these were some of his hypotheses, theories, and then science either proves or disproves.
Not so much him. I actually think some of the stuff Diop got wrong. I'm not necessarily talking about that. I'm talking about the later works produced off of the Diop ideologies, right? When you start getting into your Wade Nobles, your Naeem Akbars, I'm saying that they use Diop to try to create their narrative. So it's not so much about what Diop did, it's about what they turned Diop into.
Okay, but getting back to Dr. Ben, so Dr. Ben, you are much more negatively critically on, right? And I'm just trying to figure out why. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I thought that was a great starting point as to why why are we attempting to salvage what's there with Dr. Ben when we could be spending more time on building off of correct information. I think I'm really clear with saying what my problem is about Dr. Ben part. Like we're trying so hard to keep his legacy clean or clean it up that we're not even getting to information. We're talking about Dr. Ben.
Okay, but Dr. Yosef Ben Jochanan was actually one of the starts of us understanding Egypt being in Africa and the populations in there.
Actually, he wasn't.
Who was?
His sources would have been y'all start, and his sources were white people, right?
It's a mixture of scholars. He used other scholars in his work.
Well, yes, it's his sources is what got y'all there, not him, because he.
No, we didn't know about the sources. We used him as a catalyst to understand the sources.
So y'all were scholars going to college and had no idea about the sources. Reggie, this is not going well.
Yes, it's going well because I'm getting your comments, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because what we did not, we read the sources. Of course, we know about Leakey and we know about Darwin, but it was Dr. Yosef Ben Jochanan that used that in his work to integrate it to Africa. The other scholars did not do that, so that helped Dr. Ben use that to dismantle scientific racism. If Dr. Ben, you could read biology and evolution in an envelope, right? You can read it separately, but Dr. Ben was able to integrate it into Egypt in restoring the populations of Egypt and their culture. So Dr. Ben did that.
Let me get in there when y'all done.
Okay, you're next, my man.
No, when Logic done, I ain't gonna cut his wisdom. Go ahead, Logic. I ain't gonna cut you off.
Okay, so
I don't know what else to say.
Conclude.
I know what Reggie trying to get me to say more, but I want him to start right where I gave him. Like that's exactly where I want y'all to start. Y'all are taking the light off of real scholars. Exactly what I said.
I'm just trying to figure out what real scholars, black scholars, right? Real black scholars that you could look at besides my commentary, which I appreciate.
Besides your commentary, let me get to my phone.
Okay.
Well, what are we looking for? People who weren't racist anthropologists in 1970? Is that what?
So Dr. Ben was a racist anthropologist. Okay. So I think he's.
I'm just done.
Yes. Find any black scholar who talked about evolution and ancient Egypt to dismantle scientific racism. You can come back. Okay, so Brass, my man, what is going on?
What's up, brother? Hey, once again, if I ain't tell you, An 8,000 view video on an hour's worth of work is a good day. Shouts to you. And we're going to get that to 20. I got a video coming up for you. We're going to run the numbers up.
Okay.
That's a really good work. I appreciate that.
No,
That's
that's the
impressive.
population. That's the these are the populations that I left so that I can come and talk to other populations, because these populations, well, you might say, you guys will say that they're the old school, uh, how can I say, groups that further mysticism and untruths. But these are the people that are committed. And so they are out there. I just left them to unfortunately come to another channel and spend too much time on another channel instead of building my own channel that Unc said. And then
you spent way too much time on Sinetta TV.
I didn't say.
I don't know why you act like you can't say the man's name. That's not a shot at him.
Oh no, there were other channels.
Shots to them.
There were other channels, and so I should have said channels, but my
Right.
because I tried to have conversations that are to get my point across, and not for a fight to ensue while I'm getting my point across. It was my time, my energy, and my mistake on being on some of the other channels, because they benefited, and but they will tell you that they did not benefit. They will tell you that they lost views. They will tell you that my content is boring. No, it was boring on their channel, right? So now I have to go to other channels, right, and show that I could get 8 to 10,000 views, more views than they can get on their shows, right? And that people still listen to me, but people respect my work, right? Because I have real work. I don't have chit chat and arguments and stuff like that. And entertainment, I do not entertain. So Brass, my good brother, what's your comments on Dr. Yosef Ben Jochanan?
I can't speak to him for the Egypt conversation, but I did answer a question. I'm gonna speak, right? But this is outside of my domain. I'm gonna just tell you what ChatGPT says, and you tell me what ChatGPT is wrong. If you don't mind, right? Just tell me if you're not.
Sure.
So I said, Dr. Ben's books on evolution, are they worth anything? It says, if you mean Dr. Yosef Ben Jochanan and his writings that touch on evolution academically and scientifically, they're not considered credible. It says why? He was a historian, an Afrocentric scholar, not a biologist, not a geneticist, or an anthropologist trained in evolutionary science. His degrees, if he has them, and research focus were in history, engineering, and cultural studies, not biology. Somebody got mute up. Lodge, mute up. It says it's evident he tended to weave together archaeology, oral history, and sometimes speculative or nationalist narratives. And then, as far as peer reception, his work is rarely cited because it doesn't follow empirical methodology, right? So so I would say this: is that wrong or is that right?
Okay, so when you use AI, it's machine learning, and so what they do is they aggregate things that are on social media and books and critiques, right?
Okay.
So can you ask ChatGPT? Is there
No,
one?
real quick. Answer my question first. Is it right or wrong, though?
No, I don't agree. Dr. Ben was a professor at Temple University and a professor at Cornell University. It didn't mention any of that. To say that Dr. Ben,
degrees does he
wait,
have?
wait, I'm not. Wait, you can talk in a second, right?
What's up, Mel? Shouts to you.
So, what? The issue is.
I know you don't agree, but would you say is it right? I don't know if that's.
No, I would say that if they, for them to critique Dr. Ben like that, and not mention that he was in Temple University and Cornell University, right? I think that would be problematic, right?
Well, I didn't read all of it.
No, it's fine. So that's why I would disagree with that.
Real quick, So then I said, so even if he got things right, because that was kind of like I guess that's what you and Uncle's talking about, that he got some things right. Um, is it worth a read or no? Because y'all was asking why we didn't read Dr. Ben, this and the other. It says, if your goal is scientific accuracy on evolution, then no. Dr. Ben's work isn't the place to start, even if he got certain points right. If your goal is understanding the Afrocentric framing of human origins and history, then yes, it's worth a read as a primary source for that movement. It says, for science, his accuracy is hit and miss. His intellectual history is valuable because he shows how African descended scholars. So it says, if you do read him, you'll want to read in parallel with actual peer-reviewed works on human evolution, Linky, Stringer, Tattersall, Reich, so you can separate valid points from his outdated ones. Note his framing. He's responding to 1950s, 70s white anthropologists.
Can you put in ChatGPT? Do you put in ChatGPT for me? Do you have a copy? Or are you pulling from Dr. Ben's chapter on evolution in Black Men in Denial?
Okay.
Just put that in.
While I'm doing that, I just wanted to address another question, Logic. I think Logic was looking it up. You said what other scholars, and you're saying that he was the start.
I'm saying that Dr. Ben was the start in integrating evolution.
Egypt being in African education for Black people?
No.
Egypt being in Africa, correct?
No, he was the start of using evolution, and connecting evolution to Africa and particularly Egyptian civilization to dismantle white supremacy.
Okay, so they said that there were other
scholars. Disagree with that.
Yeah, they said there were other scholars that you could have pulled from, but they got ignored by Afrocentrics, modern Afrocentrics. So it says you can go to hold on, and then I answer your question. I just wanted to get these points out before we go further.
Hey, Braz, check your messages.
Okay, I got you, brother.
But I still want to know if ChatGPT has.
No, I did. I just asked it. It's formulating it. It's formulating it right now. You said, are you pulling from the Black Men on the Nile chapter on evolution, correct?
That's correct. Thank you.
Okay, so I put that in there. So you asked Logic about scholars, what scholars, that he was basically the first, but maybe we got that wrong. But it says, I asked it, was Dr. Ben the start of Egypt being in Africa education for Black people? It says not exactly. Ancient Egypt is an African, especially for African American audiences in the 70s and 90s, but he wasn't the first to teach it to people, and a lot of Afrocentrics get that incorrect. Before Dr. Ben, there was Blyden, Crummell, and even W.E.B. Du Bois were already making the case that Egypt was part of Africa. 1920s, 1930s, Marcus Garvey references in speeches, 30s and 50s, G.M. James, Carter G. Woodson, including Egypt and African history, and in the 50s and 60s, Shankaranta Diop. Dr. Ben's role, and this is ChatGPT, not me, it says he brought the message to the streets and Afrocentrics in Harlem and Black Studies programs in a way that was accessible and emotional, not academic.
But he didn't teach this in university classes.
No, I'm not saying,
I'm just saying that ChatGPT, the problem with ChatGPT, they are missing something important. But I got that. Okay. So now I want to find out if ChatGPT.
Right here, I'm gonna go to the Black Men on the Nile.
Yes.
I said, are you pulling from the Black Men?
What was his role in academia?
Well, it's mainly lecturers. He wasn't tenured. I know that already. So calling him a teacher at Cornell is a very loose definition. A teacher at Cornell.
A professor.
So that's neither here. Now you can use that for the show too.
Professor.
But, are you pulling from the Black Men from the Nile chapter in evolution? And it says no.
Okay.
It says what I just gave you isn't pulled from.
Okay, so that's worth what ChatGPT said on evolution.
Statement though, it says no. What I just gave you isn't pulled from Dr. Ben's Black Man of the Nile evolution sections at all. In fact, Dr. Ben's treatment of evolution in that book is not considered scientifically solid. It's a mix of early mid-20th century anthropology that was already outdated by 1970, Afrocentric interpretations aiming to connect Egypt directly to all African peoples, and a political cultural framing meant to inspire pride rather than follow strict biological evidence. The names I gave you, Soy Kita, Fatima Jackson, Kamoya Kamu, come from mainstream anthropology and genetics, not Dr. Ben's sources. If I were to base an accurate black scholars on evolution list on Black Man of the Nile, it would be much shorter and heavily footnoted with corrections because most of that chapter doesn't hold up to current fossil genetic research.
Okay, so this is
so you could say Brad said this, but that's all.
No, that's fine because this is helpful because what I do want to correct is that most of the people that ChatGPT referenced was after Dr. Yosef Ben-Jochannan. And second, the ones that he mentioned prior to Dr. Yosef Ben-Jochannan, they only had small references, less than a page, right? Less than a page if a paragraph. So that's very helpful because I know where people are getting their information from. So now, Sheffrin, how are you, Chef?
Yo.
All right,
I'm struggling.
What is your thoughts on Dr. Yosef Ben-Jochannan?
Master teacher, of course.
No, that's not what you say. Right. That's not what you say, Sheffrin. Sheffrin. Hey, Corey, get him.
The master teacher.
Corey, get him. Corey, you know Sheffrin is telling the untruth. Sheffrin is the leader of Dr. Ben is, I'm not even going to say the words that he says. Come on, Chef. Y'all see,
what are you at?
Y'all see Chef folding? Y'all see Chef folding? Everybody see him?
No, I don't know exactly what's the line of question that I had stepped away for a second.
Dr. Yosef Ben-Jochannan, what is your criticism?
Talk that shit you be talking, nigga. That's what he's saying.
Man. Like
that's what he's saying.
All right, so if you're just asking about his
No, I'm asking about what have you said in the past on Dr. Ben?
Oh, I said he was I said all kind of stuff about Dr. Ben.
Yeah, so give me it. What? Like what?
He was lying about his resume. You know, that was one of my main things. You know, Unc still mentions that in shows, you know,
Okay. Why you being so nice? Y'all see Sheffrin, y'all can't take Sheffrin.
I want to be nice to the elders. Listen, I'm trying, you want me to be vulgar.
No, I want you to be what you normally are.
No, so let me I can give my true feelings about him without being vulgar and nasty. We don't even have to go down that road.
But you are. You normally are.
So that's what you want.
Yes, that's what I want.
I can show my disagreements with.
But you don't do it on other shows. Do it now.
I know, but this ain't my show, so I'm gonna be.
It says this is on the Discord. It's gonna go up as Carnivorous Podcast, which is your show.
Chef, now that you back, Chef. I gotta ask you. Wait, don't go back. Don't you remember? Don't you remember the gorilla story?
No.
I remember the gorilla story.
Hold on.
That's all. I'm good.
Don't do that. Let Reggie get his shit off. He was patient. Go ahead, brother Reggie.
But he said he didn't do it. He said them niggas was crazy.
See,
go ahead, brother Reggie. Get your shit, and then we'll get back to that. Go ahead, brother Reggie.
So Sheffrin, I'm gonna have to move from Sheffrin. So Sheffrin, what are the comments that you have said in the past about Dr. Ben? You used the word lying.
I believe, that he lied about his resume.
What else?
It seems as though he was a scammer.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, pretty much. You know what I mean? His work was pseudo.
What about Egypt and the blackness of Egypt?
Hey, shouts to you, man. I appreciate it.
The black what?
The blackness of Egypt. And all the other things that you said about Dr. Ben.
I think all of them was saying that at the time. I don't give him no more pushback on that position than
what's your position?
Anybody else.
And what's your position?
Let me say one more thing too when y'all get done. Go ahead.
That the Egyptians was black. You know what I mean? It was credible scholars at the time, like Ivan Van Sertima. He's credible, and he.
Did Ivan Van Sertima ever go to Egypt? Which of the?
I don't know. What's that got to do with it?
Because you do field work.
But Ivan Van Sertima was an anthropologist.
Right, but you still do field work. That's what anthropologists do.
In Egypt, Right, but I don't think Egypt was necessarily his field. But he definitely had the education to review the literature and get
Okay, Sheffrin, this is
a
not
sound
helpful
understanding of it.
because you
You
want to
dig what I'm
talk
saying?
in
No,
your.
so let me finish. So I know that Van Sertima
I don't want to talk about Van
agreed.
Sertima. I want to talk about Dr.
Listen,
Ben.
no,
But
listen. I know that Van Sertima agreed with Dr. Beningham's position.
actually, they did not like. They actually did not like each other.
I don't care about what they didn't like. I'm saying that he agreed with their position on Egypt because he actually did a recap. And if anybody want a good recap on Diop and them, what's that shit? The UNESCO joint, right? Y'all should read Van Sertima's Egypt Revisited. He give a good, concise overview of their main
Getting back to Dr.
argument.
Ben. So if and so for the last few minute or two, what is your worst critiques on Dr. Ben that you
that he was a liar.
Okay.
He was definitely a liar. He ain't had no degree.
So.
He had honorary degrees. He had honorary degrees.
His name is Yusef, no doctor.
Yeah, but he had honorary degrees.
If you lie, right? If you lie about your credentials, right? And then you sit here and write all of it. I went to the bookstore the other day, Reggie, and I went and picked up Black Man of the Nile. That book is so big, and it was $150. I said, this is nuts.
Snake oil at a high degree.
Who said that, Brass or Corey?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I got your comment. So it's snake oil. It's $150. Why? Because it's rare. It's rare. That's why it's $150.
It wasn't rare. It's sitting right in the bookstore.
No, it's
how rare is that? It's sitting right in the bookstore.
Because it's out of print.
It's sitting right in the bookstore on North Avenue in Baltimore, next to a drug, a dope strip.
Okay, it's rare.
Hold on, wait.
It's rare.
If you don't collect rare books, he got a point when he's saying rare. That's why he said that.
Yeah.
You would go find a rare book to pay a price like that from a place like that.
On a street like that.
A scavenger hunt, you would find something like that. So he's not wrong on the rare part.
Right.
It's just the book is full of shit.
Okay, so now we get so great. So Sheffrin, you're not your usual self. You woke up on a good side of the bed for whatever reason. So
right.
You're not gonna you're smart. You're not gonna go out like that. Now, Brass.
Oh no, get the content, bro.
Now,
appreciate, bro.
I already said
Chef has already done this. You can watch old videos and get it.
Right, that's why I wanted him to summarize.
I called the man a liar.
But you also called him a whole bunch of other names.
He lied on his resume. He wasn't qualified to teach at no damn.
But they hired him. But they hired him.
Yeah, listen, for what though?
But you got to talk to Cornell about that. He retired from Cornell.
Yeah, they definitely
with
need
full
to be
benefits.
Talked to.
Okay,
you know what I mean? They definitely. And listen, if you hired him to come teach some adjunct classes because you was short on staff for your
but that's not true. He taught there for 15 more than he taught there for more than 15 years.
Y'all are really abusing the word teach.
So what did
he was a professor at Cornell University.
He was a guest lecturer.
He was a guest lecturer?
He was a very loose professor. At best, he was teaching undergrads introductory courses. At best.
Okay, so
he wasn't. When you look up his academic history, it literally says he was a guest lecturer over a period of time. Sometimes he come in once a month and speak to people, and it was more about
absolutely not. He was
hold up a second, yo. How are we getting example after example of this stuff not being academically credible? And the only thing that you could be reading the book for is Afrocentrism, but some kind of way y'all trying to pigeonhole this conversation and he's academic.
Okay, so now
But why y'all still trying to do that?
I'm into logic. Okay, so let's so why? Because he's teaching at universities, which is academic. Why?
No, but the stuff that he
Teaching
released ain't.
teaching preparatory courses is not you actually hosting, lectures that
Where are
students are
you?
actually gonna.
Wait, do you have a first?
Lectures and
Wait one
seminars.
second. So my good
Exactly.
brother,
He's not hosting it.
wait, my good brother. So obviously you got a degree from a university.
Yes.
Don't let
Yes,
Reggie
great.
run from
No,
that,
no, no,
bro.
no, no. Stay right
We
there.
are,
I'm
we
actually
are
currently
talking
in
about the
school.
man academic
So great.
ways.
So
Let him keep it up. Go
so
ahead,
so you so obviously since you know some of this, you got a degree from a university.
Yeah,
Most huh?
I'm actually currently in school.
What?
And I did graduate from here at the university. So yes.
Okay, okay. And can I just ask what field?
No.
Okay.
I'm not telling that.
Okay,
I
good.
never miss recording.
I'll tell
Okay.
you what, this is a recording, Reggie. It ain't, they don't want to tell you. You don't want to tell the world.
Well, we don't know who he is. He's just a screen name with we don't know his name.
You about to do it.
We trust him, Reggie. We trust him, Reggie.
Don't do it, bro.
I
That was a good dude.
okay. That's fine. That's fine. So a lot of university professors, unless there is a master's and a PhD program, they teach undergraduates. So what is? So I don't understand. I don't understand that part.
There's a difference between like introductory courses to prepare you
Yeah.
for like your actual lecture versus actually
That's
having something
correct.
permanent that is looking to be tenured.
But that's correct. So Dr. Ben's courses that he taught in Cornell, they weren't introductory courses.
They were.
Uh, uh, his work on Egypt is an introductory course in the Africana Studies department.
I mean, he's not teaching, but at best maybe less than a handful of courses.
How do you know this, by the way? How do you know this?
See, y'all didn't see the video Chief X put up. They clearly said that he scammed Cornell.
He was only.
But how do you know this? I'm just asking. I'm not talking to you yet, Corey.
Do checks and balances today.
Corey, I don't. Corey, you got a. Corey, you don't have a degree. Corey, you don't have a degree. I'm talking to somebody with a degree.
I do got a degree. What do you mean?
A degree in what?
A degree in what Dr. Ben claimed to have a degree in, but I do got a fucking degree, bro.
In what?
You me?
In what?
Are you kidding me, bro?
Yes, I'm kidding you.
Listen.
You have a degree in what? Well, I want to go back to the other brother. I don't want to talk to you.
Listen.
I don't want to talk to Corey. Corey, I already talked to you.
Dr. Ben was scamming Cornell. That's how he got in to teach Cornell. He scammed them. It wasn't that Cornell did something or saw something in him. They just didn't have the way to check shit the way that we got.
Cornell University does not have the way does not have the capabilities to check their scholars. Okay, so let me just. So I think I have enough.
They do, but not in the way they do today.
Not in the way that they do today, right? This is the great Cornell University, right? So today is different than their whole legacy of educating people.
I mean, it was a point in time where you could get a police a fake name and be good.
Okay.
Like, you can't do that today. Ain't no way you can get a police.
No, we're just talking about we're talking about Cornell University.
So what I'm saying is they didn't have the technology that we have today. That's why he was able to get the scam off. That's what I'm saying. But go ahead, y'all.
Okay, so so we have people. I'm just trying to check anybody was in the Africana Studies department under Dr. James Turner, right? On this platform to say that, or went to Cornell to say that Dr. Ben was teaching only introductory courses on a complex subject such as Egypt at a time where people did not believe that Egypt was in Africa. And this is a introductory class?
Right.
Okay, and someone said right, but how do you know this?
His obituary. He specifies he was there between 1973 to 19.
Yeah, I helped write his obituary.
In Africana Studies and Research Center.
Right, I helped write his obituary. Thank you very much. So
it says, hey Reggie,
yes.
James Turner was the institutional gatekeeper who made it possible for someone like Dr. Ben with street credibility, Afrocentric passion,
You're reading
and
from
informal
where?
scholarship to teach at an Ivy League
Where are you
school in the
reading that
70s.
from?
I mean, I don't know this man. I just looked it up.
Okay,
This is
but
New
I'm
York
just
Times.
asking you where
This
you're
is the New
reading
York
from that.
Times in chat. They're pulling the sources from a New York Times article in chat.
So Dr. James Turner was who was the chairperson. Yeah, that's why, because they don't want to say Dr. James Turner, who was one of the first of the Africana
from
studies.
Northwestern University.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Dr. James Turner was one of the first uh, uh, um, uh, when they started formulating black studies as a discipline in college. He was one of the first chairpersons, and they don't want to say that. So the New York Times doesn't want to say Dr. James Turner. You don't see that
No,
that's a problem?
I put James Turner because you said James Turner. I didn't put doctor, and then it did pull up his. He went to a terrible school in the Big Ten, but that's cool. But
well, maybe.
But it says he has formal scholarly credentials and activist credibility.
Yeah, he does.
So, but not my question to you, brother Reggie, would be this: he's Dr. James Turner with a degree from Northwestern University.
Yeah.
Why would he go get Dr. Ben to teach at Cornell?
Because Dr. Yosef Ben Jochanan on the subject of such as pulling Egypt back into Africa, and with Dr. Yosef Ben Jochanan's field work in Egypt, right, would make him someone that you would recruit, because many people who have talked about Egypt had not been to Egypt and not done field work. So his lengthy amount of books that he has published gave academia, and particularly was very useful to Black Studies programs in detailing the important places, people, time periods of what was happening in the Nile Valley, and Dr. Ben's work was exceptional. There was no other books that detailed the Nile Valley, uh, uh, the Nile Valley in relating to African peoples than Dr. Yosef Ben Jochanan's work.
Right? What book are you referencing?
I'm referencing, of course, Black Men of the Nile, right? And Dr. Yosef Ben's small book on the chronology, and I'm referencing in part some of the many of the lectures that Dr. Ben has given in Temple University and other academic places.
When you say Black Men of the Nile qualified him for it, but the book isn't. Okay, so we talking about Cornell, Ivy League. That book isn't, from an academic standpoint, that book doesn't qualify him to teach at Cornell University. It's not an academic. It's passionate. It has accessible Afrocentric history.
Yeah.
But hold on. Here's the weaknesses, though.
Yeah.
The citations are secondary, outdated even for the 70s, heavy reliance on framing, selective use of archaeology, no peer review, and written for a popular audience rather than scholars. So you're saying that book qualifies him to teach Ivy League students?
Okay. Well, if you understand the fight of Black academics inside the institution, very few of Black academics' works are peer reviewed. So Black academics had to go outside or create their own journals to get peer reviewed, because and that's what Dr. Ivan Van Sertima did, and that's with Itabari did, and ultimately,
Yeah, Sertima was a real doctor.
ultimately, the the journal that was started at Temple University that was sold, right? These Black Studies journals, there were only a few Black Studies journals, but most of the work of Black academics in that field were not were not accepted or not peer reviewed, right?
That's not. Well, what about Sheikh Anta Diop, Obenga, Charles Colford, John Hope Franklin, Ivan Van Sertima? Wouldn't they be more qualified than Dr. Yosef?
Well,
Yep.
Dr. Yosef Dr. Sheikh Anta Diop, when his first PhD tried, they wouldn't give him a jury, so he rewrote and he got his
Okay.
PhD on his second, just to show you the rigidity
Are you
of
talking about in
academic,
France?
and yes, in the Sorbonne,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And so he got it on his second try with a jury, and then he was also selected for UNESCO, right?
But I'm not talking about his doctorate. I'm talking about his works.
Who?
Wouldn't he be more qualified to teach Ivy League students than Dr. Ben?
Uh, um, there are many there are many Ivy League schools, top schools.
He asked you a
There's
simple
only
question.
one Shekante Diop, but Dr. Theophilo Banga, he which was his partner in UNESCO, he ended up working um, for Temple University.
Hold on.
What?
Okay, let me just say my question.
What was it? What did I say wrong, Sheffrin?
Okay, no. You didn't say
You
nothing.
ain't answer the question.
When Dr. James Turner was
Yes.
looking for, in that specific field of Africana studies,
Yes.
people to teach Ivy League students,
Yes.
he passed up Charles Colfer, a Harvard-trained scholar in ancient Near Eastern languages and history, John Hope Franklin, Ivan Van Sertima, University of London educated. He was crazy, got a little crazy later, but at that time, he passed up Sheikh Anta Diop, and he passed up Theophilo Benga, linguist, historian, and Egyptologist with formal degrees in the field, for a person with no degrees, no peer review, and the book you claim, Black Man on the Nile, is not academic. So my question to you is this: it's a simple question.
No, it's fine.
Why did Dr. James Turner pick him over these qualified people? Because normally the argument is there's nobody that's qualified. I just named 5. I could keep going.
Yeah.
Dr. Brent had no degrees and no peer-reviewed work. So why did he pick him?
Uh, um, well, in academia, in academia,
Come on, brother. Reggie, just
no, I
keep
am,
it simple, bro.
you didn't give me any time.
Go
So,
ahead, you're
so
right.
when you
You're
do,
right.
when you do this, when you
You're right.
make a question
You're right.
like this, then what you do is, in the absence of it, right, you forget about examining what academia and white professors and
Okay,
how
no,
they
you're
are
right.
selected,
We ain't
right?
talking about white.
Y'all
No,
getting
no, no,
y'all
no,
getting
no.
real close to a DI. I'm just letting you know.
Right. No, he's actually right. He's trying
Right.
to set the time frame for
Yeah.
academia at the time. So go
Yeah,
ahead.
so universities grandfather people with great work. Now, Dr. Yosef Benjo and Dr. John Henry Clark, which we had discussed, Dr. John Henry Clark, they got honorary PhDs. So now, when academia also looks at other type of qualifications, so there's earned degrees, and I do agree, honorary PhDs
I got an
are
honorary
not the
fire
same.
marshal charge too.
Yeah, so be a
But
fire
go ahead.
marshal.
Don't get knocked off your script.
No, that's fine. Be a fire marshal. We're not, but you won't be in Cornell.
Okay.
So, and you won't be in Temple University, right? And definitely you probably won't be in any city colleges unless you're teaching concrete. And concrete is your expertise. I got that. We're not talking about that. But we are talking about that if that universities look for people with substantial expertise in a subject, and so it's really a moot issue because Dr. Ben was a professor at these universities. So it's a moot issue.
Yeah, that didn't answer the question. And they didn't have honorary degrees at the time, so that wouldn't even be part of the conversation. And if you just, and based off what you just said, if they were looking for qualified people, they skipped over all the qualified people to get to him. So I'm trying to, that's kind of what Logic's point was.
On the subject of ancient Egypt, none of those are substantial on. Uh, um, there's one of them that you mentioned. I think maybe what's his name? Copley, right? He Kofer on Near Eastern Studies, but Dr. James Turner was looking for someone particularly in ancient Egypt. But and then it's not only up to Dr. James Turner, because that would be a problem with the university.
You said he brought him in. I just trusted what you were saying.
Right. But when he brings them in, he has to bring the man's credentials to the board, and Cornell decides. Ultimately, Cornell decides.
He didn't have any credentials at the time. Matter of fact,
he was leaving Temple University.
Dr. Ben doctor before he even got the honorary doctorate. They always was calling him Dr. He was being called doctor.
Hey, Reggie, help was on the way, Reggie. Now I'm back.
What?
So these barbarians saying about the
Sit this one out.
Yeah, no, I just what I'm saying.
I want to down the help him.
Reggie is on Hamburger Hill right now.
Help him.
I'm not on Hamburger Hill because I'm not on Hamburger Hill because you know what? Wait, you know what? Because the sources that you were reading from, they did not even examine Dr. Ben's work. ChatGPT said that they didn't have Dr. Ben's Black Men in the Nile in the section on evolution.
No, I agree, but it also
right. So no. So that means the information is limited, and so us, right?
They say what, Reggie? What they say, Reggie?
I asked them to ask ChatGPT.
Do you think Black Men on the Nile was an
I asked them.
No. What did they say, Reggie? Reggie, come on, man, stay with me. They trying to throw you off. I asked a real specific question.
They went to ChatGPT. They went to ChatGPT, and they got. They went to ChatGPT. Watch this. They went to ChatGPT, right? And then they start analyzing Dr. Yosef Ben-Jochannan by ChatGPT. And then I asked them, well, ask the chat, do they have a in their database a copy of the Black Men in the Nile, particularly his work on evolution, and it says no. So I'm basically saying
know it ain't nothing but push.
So everything else that ChatGPT said is really irrelevant because they didn't analyze his work, right?
Yeah. They got limited. I got a super duper chat. So my chat GPT is going to talk about all that, and it's also going to say just because it's in the museum
ain't better than mine.
I bet it is. It's going to say just because it's in the museum doesn't mean that they agree with the work that's in there, but it's an important part of the know it ain't nothing but push. I do. I just do.
You don't. Your chat. I promise you, your chat GPT ain't better than mine.
So what did yours say then?
Hit that button again, y'all.
So you got a more expensive car, Chef, but you don't know how to drive it.
It ain't nothing but push.
Hey, I just want to say, DQ, you were on point with the goddamn soundboard today. If that's you killing it. You killing it.
What is that killing? Is that killing it? That's not information.
Is an academic. Come on, bro. Like, don't change the conversation. But Reggie, you were explaining to us that Dr. James Turner.
Yes.
Why you were saying? Because somehow you had just said that Cornell, that they would be looking for qualified people.
Yes.
But they got the guy that had no qualifications.
Right.
None.
Well, see, here's the thing: is I told you about qualifications. I also told you about European professors that were grandfathered in universities, right? And so and I also said that the conversation on that is moot because he was a professor at Cornell and a professor at Temple University. So it is moot. The fact of the matter is that
professor, brother Reggie.
Huh?
You know that.
So now it would be dealing with, it would be different if we were dealing with somebody who did not have any academic placement, but they did. So now the question is, ChatGPT, which is your source, which is your
right, it is,
which
it
is your
is.
which is your source. They said that they don't have the book, and so they can't. So not having the book, they can't analyze.
They have the book.
They can't
Hold on.
analyze.
You keep sticking on that point. Hold on, brother Reggie, 2 seconds. You keep, because people are watching.
I would like to share my screen, though. I would like to share my screen.
We're not.
Because like I said, my ChatGPT. Okay. So yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna tell you what. Y'all can say
share it anyway. Share it anyway. We can look at it.
I spend money on this shit.
Who are these niggas?
And y'all always ChatGPT. All I want to say. All I want to say. Y'all. That's all y'all want to say. This why y'all just not better.
Okay.
Catch up. Catch up. Hey, Brad. Hey, everybody spend some money on their shit. Get that shit organized, Brad. That's all I'm telling you, because I'm always win.
Everybody got the paid version of ChatGPT.
No. Hey, well, let me say this. Can I read? First of all, hold on. Let me say this. Can I read it? No, let me say this. Can I read it? No, sir.
Can I read it? DQ speak.
TMI, I would just say this, because it ain't got nothing to do with this bullshit Egypt, Joseph U. Cannon bullshit. We got ChatGPT 5 for big money reasons. So continue. Let's go.
Yes. Is Dr. Ben Yohanan book Black Men Are Now in the Met?
Share your screen. Share your screen.
We didn't.
You said I can't share my screen.
No,
you can.
We're not past that. It's the laffy toki. So y'all agree it's in there.
But we didn't ask
ChatGPT say that.
No, I'm saying Reggie said it wasn't in there, huh? Reggie said that.
Say that.
I didn't say that.
How the fuck you gonna fight here and say it? We heard him. We was right here. Why you wasn't here?
Reggie just said that.
Reggie said what?
Reggie said it wasn't there.
Argue with Reggie.
I took a photo of it in the Metropolitan Museum of Art. What are you talking about? I would never say that. What are you talking about?
Yo, you trying to turn into something else. We was having a good conversation. Hold on.
Relax with this.
Listen,
Reggie.
Man, y'all always do this though on purpose, yo. Y'all do this on purpose.
Relax. You missed the point.
Oh man, y'all relax with the Cavs.
You running and saying it was in the Met. That's not what we were saying.
I'll fall on my sword. I apologize. If I misheard, I could have heard you say that it wasn't in the Met, like DQ did and probably other people did. But if you didn't, I'll apologize. I'll take one for the team before it gets absolutely.
Brad, check your messages, yo.
Okay, I appreciate you.
Oh my God, let's move forward, bro, because this shit's getting kind of.
But I don't.
Hey Reggie, did you tell him that, Reggie?
No, I did not tell them that.
Reggie, did you tell him that, Reggie?
I told you I know.
I heard you say it 7 times. Go ahead, say it again.
I couldn't hear you, Reggie. Somebody talking. Well, I couldn't hear you, Reggie. You said what, Reggie?
I'm gonna say it low pitch. I did not tell them that.
So then why we got 6 people here at the top of their voice acting like we just bananas and crazy? And ChatGPT ain't saying that. They argue from a disingenuous point of view, bro.
There's only one person in here at the top of their voice acting bananas.
I don't mean that. Listen. That's me. You're right. So hold on. Let me do this. You know what?
I think it was that his book is not in academia. You saying it's in the Met.
Academic.
No, man. No, you said that the ChatGPT said it wasn't in there, man.
No.
In academia. It's not considered an academic source. But now you come in saying it's in the Met.
I know, but who the hell thinks
different things?
No, but that's another red herring. That's another red herring.
No, so you're making the red herring. And you're saying it's not accepted in academia. Now you're saying it's in the Met. That's 2 different things.
We told brother.
Okay, so what we talking about the Met then? So you didn't say that though right now. Nobody said that just now.
No, Reggie said we cleared it up that it wasn't in academia. Not the Met.
But I did say that I heard Reggie say that it wasn't in the Met. I just apologized because brother Reggie said you didn't say it. You did. All
right, okay, no problem. No problem.
But I thought the argument that it wasn't in academia.
Yeah. No, hold on. So let's have a real conversation.
No, we are
Reggie has
trying
never
to.
said. Hold on, Reggie has never
But
said.
you trying to force this Met shit on us.
No, we off the Met. No, he just apologized. We off that. So we're agreeing it's in the Met. Do y'all got any work in the Met? No. Move forward.
What?
So we never said. Reggie never said.
Do you?
Reggie
Do you?
never said. Reggie never said. Now
You got a book? Is your book in the Met?
Nope. Not,
Is it in the Met?
Never said
All
it
right,
was.
well then it's irrelevant then. We don't even got
No, it's relevant.
I got my book is
If the Met is the criteria, then nobody should read your book.
It's
If the
relevant.
Met is the criteria, nobody should read Unc's book.
Brother Reggie, don't go nowhere. Go ahead,
It just the goalpost to move
I'm
30
gonna actually
times.
show y'all something about museums that I'm sure Brother Reggie will agree. I'm sick of y'all with this fucking is in the museums that make it somehow credible. But go ahead.
You don't read that right now, yo. We already said just because the fucking book is in the Met,
That ain't
don't
what I'm
mean it's
saying
credible.
now.
But that's what I've been saying, though.
No. And I
So
said
if it's in the Met and it's wrong, then why is it in the Met?
Because it makes, and I said it because it makes it an important part of African American history, or at least
About us being wrong
work.
about shit.
Anyway, so you doing that
in the museum for being wrong.
You know what you're doing. So that's a cat. That's a cat.
Brother Reggie, when you get a chance, I want to ask you
Wrong game.
You said you do the
Hold on.
museum thing.
Reggie never said
Dumb ass niggas make it in the museum.
Reggie never said that. He never said that. That's the shit y'all made up and tried to. He did not say it was academic.
Yes, he stop. He did.
Go to the museum and they go say
That's what I'm trying to tell you. You keep saying nobody said Black Man of the Nile was that. We was talking about his qualifications to teach.
You said that, Reggie?
I didn't say that. So why you keep asking me something that I told you?
Man, y'all crazy as I'm done with y'all.
No. Stop. Brother Reggie.
Yes.
I asked you, what were his qualifications that Dr. James Turner, why did Dr. James Turner pick Benjamin at this point? Yusef at this point. Why did he pick him over the scholars that I named and the words? And I said he didn't have a degree and no peer-reviewed work. And you said that he picked them because Black Man on the Nile was the work at the time that was basically educating everybody. I don't want to put all your words in there. So are you now saying that you didn't say that Black Man of the Nile was one of the reasons Dr. James Turner didn't pick him for Cornell?
What I said, and you know I respect you, but what I did say is that first of all,
No, Reggie, you don't gotta respect that shit they be doing. They be flim flamming on purpose, yo.
No, it's fine.
They
It's
not
fine.
all from a gangster perspective, yo.
It's fine. It's fine.
I changed my mind. I didn't know y'all could come.
It's fine. Dr. Ben.
Go ahead, brother.
That's how I was telling you, stand down.
Dr.
Listen.
Cornell University, Dr. Ben had left Temple University. So he had already an academic position. He was selected by Dr. James Turner for his specific work, right, on Egypt, dismantling scientific racism, right, and the field work that Dr. Yosef Ben Jochanan was doing and continued to do in Egypt, right. So for his multiple books that he's written that were published. Public in academia, you use a publisher, you die, right? Dr. Ben had already come to Temple and Cornell University with substantial publications. Now, there is a problem in academia where there are what you call traditional gatekeepers that ignore the fact that they had already hired other experts, right, with less publications and with less qualifications, right, for the purposes of giving, imparting in their university someone that was a specialist in a particular area for whatever particular reason. Sometimes it's political, sometimes it is it's new information. But at the time that Dr. Yosef Ben Jochanan and others were entering the university, right, there was an absence in academia on establishing and or disproving the populations of that made up Egypt and the Nile Valley. So Dr. Ben was selected.
So are you now saying
Wait, let me
black men
finish.
on the Nile?
So,
Okay,
so,
go ahead.
so, so,
Hey, Reggie, they gonna tear it up, yo. Cause sometimes you gotta get straight to the point, bro. And let the shit fly was gonna fly, bro.
yeah, but I am.
Are you saying that black men on the Nile? Hold on. Are you saying that black men on the? I'm asking a question. Are you saying that black men on the Nile wasn't an academic work, or was it the academic work? Which one?
um, um, you could, you could,
Oh, man.
you could have arguments. You can have arguments. Okay, come on, with those sound bites and stuff like that. You know, that's childish shit. That's some childish shit right there.
That's not me, bro. You go. Anybody can click that button, brother Reggie. That's not me.
Don't worry. Hey, Reggie,
Yo, that's real childish.
Somebody talking. That's not
no, hey Reggie.
20 niggas in here.
You don't gotta worry about that, Reggie.
So, Black Men in the Nile. Black Men in the Nile is one of his books.
And what is not, Reggie?
Right? African Origins of Major Western Religions is another substantial book. Africa, Mother of Western Civilizations. Okay, y'all don't want to have a
no,
that's trash, man.
Brother Reggie, don't stop. I asked you a question I want to hear.
That's your partner laughing at you.
Man, that's trash. Enough that there, man.
Partner laughing, bro. I didn't say shit. I didn't say anything. I'm trying to hear your answer.
He did say that, man.
Okay.
Go ahead, brother Reggie. I want to hear this shit. Go ahead.
Okay.
This for your show. I want you to have a great show.
Dr. Ben's work is heavily referenced. It's heavily referenced with quotes and citations from multitudes of scholars, right? So his work is always.
Because I know it ain't nothing but bullshit.
His work is.
Stop pressing them buttons, bro.
His work is always.
Don't do it when he. Hold on, brother Reggie. When brother Reggie talking, please. I'm just asking. I ain't telling. Stop pressing the buttons, bro, because he just stops talking when y'all do that shit. Just keep going, bro.
Yeah, I'm not gonna talk over it, over childish behavior.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm gonna wait.
I'm trying to say. They trying to run you out of here. I just want you to just get your shit going and finish so you can do your show.
Okay.
I want to see the show.
Yeah, I am. Yeah. So, but I definitely need this content. So the fact of the matter is, because Dr. Ben's work, because Dr. Ben's publications or sourced or referenced when Dr. James Turner selected him to teach at Cornell University, then it goes to the board. It goes to the dean, right? And then the dean is ultimately the one that decides on the appointment, right? And then the college now and the board, they have to, if there's any criticisms, they will deal with the criticisms. There was no criticism on Dr. Yosef Ben Jochanan at Cornell University for the many years that he was there. So it passed his work passed academic muster. Now you can argue with Cornell University, arguing on his board with people.
So that white lady didn't criticize Dr. Ben.
That has nothing to do with his. That has nothing to do with his appointment.
Hey, Reggie, can I take over from right here? Can you tag me in, please, Reggie?
Yeah.
See, I know how to be a child with the rest of the children.
I think
I'm a
it's
very
scary
childish
that
individual, yo.
I think it's scary that I asked him about black men on the Nile. Was it academic or not? And he never answered the question.
Oh yeah, it is.
Based off of hold on, Reggie. Reggie, just tag me in, Reggie.
Yeah, go ahead.
Reggie,
I'm gonna answer your question, but I'm let
you gotta tag me at this point, Reggie. The answer is no. Not based off of academic standards that we would consider today or yesterday, or time periods to put that. No. But to the black community, right, we started to see non-accredited writers write on the subject matter about Egypt. Outside professionals seeing that. There was a need for black people to actually write on the subject matter, and they was coming with a different idea, that these Egyptians was African. That was the primary point. And then people would say, well, black too. But this was new. White people wasn't writing extensively on it for black people, but Dr. Ben wrote it for black people. That's what makes the work. That the fact that the person that looked like us was writing on the subject, and he read the shit. Cornell and them seen the shit, they read the shit, they looked at the sources, right? The shit in the book wasn't as crazy left that y'all keep making it that, because he used all academic sources. That's where he gets the respect from. Whether it was right or wrong or not, he used them niggas to source the work. So no, from a rigorous academic white standard, or because that's what it was at the time, wasn't a whole lot of black academics writing on the subject, right? No. So from what we're talking about right here, yo, learning about sources, that's what he did. That's why he was allowed to teach at the university, bro. That's simple, Reggie. You don't gotta run around with the hoops with these niggas. They don't even understand what you're saying, bro.
No, but we also don't confirm that his sources was outdated even then. So how are we gonna sit up
Oh,
here?
you didn't confirm that.
Like, how are we gonna sit up here and say?
But you didn't confirm that.
Don't answer, Reggie. Hey, Reggie. Hey, Reggie. That's another video for our channel, Reggie. Don't. So we got 3 videos.
Hold on. By academics, hold on, real quick. So by academics, so I just want to say this for Brother Reggie. I'm trying to, help. So when you say field work, it's another loose claim. No excavation permits, no affiliations with any archaeological teams, no published excavation reports or contributions to peer-reviewed journals, no recorded role in cataloging artifacts, no official research grants tied to any of his field work. He physically spent time in Egypt.
Told me he was in the field. He was doing that. He was on the excavations in Egypt. That's what Unc told me. Go ahead, though.
It says he physically spent time in Egypt with tours and guided lectures at the Nile Valley, but his field work was educational and personal, not formal archaeological research. Here's the second one. Are his books heavily referenced in source? No. His referencing works like this: sparse citations, few footnotes or endnotes compared to scholarly texts, secondary outdated sources, references are vague, Egyptologists say without naming specific scholars, and a mix of fact and insertion and assertions. Stay right here. It says why this was intentional. He was writing for a general black audience, not academia. Were there any criticisms about him at Cornell University? You said no. ChatGPT says yes. From traditional faculty, some professors in history, anthropology, and archaeology questioned his academic credentials and the factual accuracy of some of his lectures. They concerned that his courses emphasize political rhetoric and cultural pride over critical evidence-based scholarship. A few openly wondered why someone without a verified doctorate was given a teaching role at an Ivy League institution. Hold on, stay right here. So from students,
good job.
Hold on. From students, many black students love Dr. Ben's energy and message. For some, he was the first person who ever told them Egypt was African. So that's a plus. I'll tell you what they tell them impossible too. But it says other noted that when they asked, but the other students noted that when they asked for deeper sourcing or proof, the answers was more about a big picture narrative than showing the evidence. Why it didn't lead to immediate removal. Dr. James Turner backed him politically and saw his presence as part of the mission to break Eurocentric control of history at Cornell. Now, I said, can I have sources on the criticisms? Clarence Walker, historian, critic of Afrocentrism. He documented factual errors in Dr. Ben's work, such as confusing Cleopatra VII with her daughter Cleopatra VIII. Broader context. Critiques of Afrocentrism. So Mary Lefkowitz, Clarence Walker, mainstream scholars, and broader academic critique. So when y'all say that these things, when y'all say these things to us, we doing what y'all, people are attacking us for doing whatever. But when y'all say things and we can actually pull, when we say that we can actually pull these things up in real time, like when you say you said with Dr. James Turner picked him, he had his honorary doctorate in Black Man of the Nile. And that's on record. But we know that Black Man of the Nile isn't academic, and we know that he didn't even have a doctorate at the time or honorary doctorate at the time. They were just calling him Dr. Ben. And he skipped over other PhDs. So there's got to be a reason why Dr. James Turner skipped over qualified people, ignored the fact that Black Man of the Nile wasn't an academic book, to have Dr. Benjamin specifically teach at Cornell University to Ivy League students. Now, if that doesn't give you content for your show, I don't know.
No, well.
No. Hey, Reggie.
Wait, why?
Don't say a word. Hey, Reggie, hold it.
Reggie, do what you told.
Hey, Reggie, hey, Reggie, don't say nothing. Hey, Brass, thank you for reading that. I agree with that. I just would like to let you know, in the field of anthropology and the field studies, white people do the same thing. Right now, I will do a show proving how people who don't got none of that shit get jobs, work on the sites, and end up getting degrees. That's all, Reggie. So that's not unusual what happened. So I don't have a problem with none of that. And that's where I'm at with it. Go ahead, Reggie.
Okay. So,
but the difference is he didn't end up getting a degree, though.
No problem. Go ahead, Reggie.
Okay.
Go ahead, Reggie.
So,
Reggie, you can go now.
Okay. So, what you don't understand about academia and also the politics of academia is that they're really interested in bringing in, right? They're bringing in. They're interested in bringing in sometimes contrasting experts to dismantle things that were consensus that people have known for a long time that was wrong.
Was Dr. Ben
right?
expert?
No, so stop cutting me off, right? Now, Doctor. No. Don't nobody interrupt me. Don't nobody interrupt me. Don't nobody interrupt me for a second.
Hey, Reggie, you want me to say that they can't stand the experts actually critique Dr. Ben. See, that's what they can't stand. The real question is, why would who critique Dr. Ben?
Ain't nobody said shit about Dr. Ben.
I'm trying to.
You heard what I said? Hey, Reggie, you heard me, right?
I
know they can't hear.
I heard you. I heard you. Now, I'm gonna give you an example. I'm gonna give you an example. So, Brass, can you shut him up?
Right here, Reggie. That's the real question, Reggie.
Can you let him talk real quick?
Okay. So,
please, with your permission.
Sir Williams Matthew Flinders Petrie. Sir Williams Matthew Flinders Petrie, the pioneer, watch this, Egyptologist, did not hold a traditional academic degree. He was primarily self-taught and received only a formal education through a single university extension course in mathematics. Don't you ever critique Dr. Joseph Benjo-Cannon, right?
What?
Right? When you have Dr. William Matthew Flinders Petrie, who is a pioneer Egyptologist with no credentials, only taught from an extension of a university and private tutoring, self-directed study, but yet he was awarded numerous honorary degrees, including from Oxford, Cambridge, Edinburgh, Aberdeen, and Strasbourg. This is what you call what Europeans do as grandfathering. See, no, I give you a goddamn example of how academia works.
Ain't nobody up here ever claimed that Petrie was their master teacher.
No. So no. You're scamming. You're scamming. You don't know nothing about him. You don't know. You're scamming. You're scamming. You're scamming. Right? So when we examine your daddies, when we examine your daddies, right, you have a problem.
So why did he do it? That's not why he said that.
No. Stay right here.
Nah, y'all know why he did it. Hey, Reggie, don't answer that, Reggie. Tell me why.
I don't want to get away from Brother Reggie. I don't want to get away from the conversation, but when you compare, see, we got this thing in here called deflection. So I already know that when we talk about helping you, right? You said, I'm starting this conversation about Dr. Ben, and I'm going to do a show on Dr. Ben. So I already know when y'all start talking about other people, we talking about Francis Cress Wilson, niggas start talking about Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. So I want to stay right here.
You did that. You brought in Dr. Clark when you was talking about Francis Cress Wilson. You did that.
Don't cut me off. Just stay right there.
You cut me off.
William Matthew Flanders Petrie are completely different figures. He's nationally
Okay,
British.
let me give you context.
Archaeology.
No, let him talk. Let him talk. Let him talk.
His archaeology and Egyptology. He developed systematic excavation methods. He directed digs at sites like Abydos, Amarna, and Giza. Published heavily documented excavation reports still used in Egyptology today. So the difference between them two people that you're talking about is he directed major excavations in Egypt, not a fucking tour guide.
Let me ask you.
Wait, no. So now let me. Okay, wait.
He had
Fine.
detailed, peer-reviewed excavation reports. The founder of scientific archaeology in Egypt, they are not the same. In fact, they represent two very different traditions. Petrie in formal Western Egyptology, Dr. Ben in community-based Afrocentric historical teaching. See, you forget that we can look the shit up.
No, but watch this. Watch how I easily counter you. I'm not gonna yell. I'm not gonna yell. But I want my time. But I'm not gonna yell. Right? So here's the question. So here's the issue. Then you don't even look at how black scholars, right, like Leo Hansberry and others were rejected by white scholars. Dr. Leo Hansberry was rejected, right, to be on digs. So did Dr. Ben. But I'll tell you this, since you want to play, not only Williams Flinders Petrie had no academic skills, right? Neither did Howard Carter, who discovered King Tut's tomb. He had nothing. Right? What about Amelia Edwards? Nothing. What about August Marriott? Nothing. None of them had academic field. None of your daddies had academic, but they are Egyptologists. They're all called Egyptologists, but Dr. Ben won't be called an Egyptologist. So you don't understand the extremes.
Dr. Leo Hansberry, BA in history from Amherst College, studied at Harvard and Howard, MA from Harvard in government and international relations, earned his PhD coursework at Harvard, but never submitted his dissertation, founded the African Studies Department at Howard University. And you comparing Youssef to him?
I'm comparing Dr. Yosef Ben Jokanan.
Hey, Reggie, come on, man. You heard, see, everybody acting like they're not hearing what you're saying. When you use Leo Hansberry, you use him for the fact that they wouldn't even allow the man to get on the dig. The reason you mentioned Petrie was because this nigga got appointed without no degrees, the same way Dr. Ben did. That's the only reason you mentioned them two motherfuckers. They playing with you, Reggie. I'm sitting there listening, bro. You gotta be sharp, Reggie, because these niggas is playing in front of your face, dog. I'm telling you, bro.
Reggie is sharp. That's why I mentioned those people.
You never said that Ben was on par with that white boy. You never said that.
No.
How come I can hear what the man is saying, yo? Why can I hear what that man saying, yo? Hold on. No.
They got a skit where Obama was caught, right? And then Key or Peele would motherfucking do the translation for him. That's literally what you do. He would say some formal shit, and then Key or Peele, I don't know, Key, that's the name, Peele. He would just come in and say, da-da-da-da-da, like, Brother Reggie is a competent person. He can explain his point.
Reggie, don't let him do it, bro. Hey, Brass, I like your skill set, but I love your skill set, bro, but I'm on top of your game. That's not what's happening. No, hold on. Let me get my statement out. Brad. You should not be afraid of doing what I gotta say, though. You should not be afraid of doing what I gotta say, bro.
I'm not talking.
Okay, I'm simply saying that I heard it differently.
Okay.
Y'all heard it another way. That's always the problem. Y'all add a whole lot of extra on it. It's okay, though, bro. I know why the man mentioned the two people, and he explained why y'all added the whole thing on the same level. That ain't even what that man said, yo.
See the sound.
And I explained what he meant.
So Dr. Leo Hansberry, in some regards, right, had way more academic studies than Dr. Joseph Ben Jokanan. However, even with Leo Hansberry's credentials, he was excluded from excavations. So you can't name any black people who was included in excavations during that time of racism. But yet, you don't factor that in when you talk about Dr. Ben. Now, as far as so
Okay, Reggie. They don't give a fuck, yo. Just keep going.
You sat back and didn't say nothing. You keep doing it.
Because they don't give a Reggie. You talking niggas who don't give a fuck. You gotta not give a fuck.
Definitely talking that.
well,
I'ma speak for myself.
Reggie, you just can't. You can't too much right now, Reggie. They gonna never get it, Reggie.
No,
what you do, bro? You don't give a fuck.
Like this shit is indoctrination. Like,
It
what are
is.
y'all trying to do?
Right?
there's my boy Chef. So it's indoctrinating by pointing out that white scholars were grandfathered.
Man, y'all don't get it.
White scholars were grandfathered, and black people were excluded. Right? So you don't see that.
I'm trying to tell you that these wild motherfuckers we should listen to. And man, it's crazy.
That's what I want.
Okay. That's what you
infuriating.
Hey,
yeah. So what it is that when right. So
Hey, Reggie, that's what I come with the whole tank armor division, nigga. See, you playing with these niggas.
No, it's bullshit.
No, I'm not playing.
Nobody feel like keep jumping in all this shit with y'all.
So there's
right
on it then. You jumping in.
Damn.
Be quiet.
A million things about Dr. Ben. Is he credible? Look it up. No. So
that would not be true. That ain't what it's doing.
That's not what it said, Chef. That's not what it said. That's not what it said. That's not what it said. That's not okay. That's what I want, Chef.
He just said that. Now he threw the extra academic spice on it on purpose. See, I caught that. I caught it. So, Crash, I said I agree with what you read, bro.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
This nigga threw on the extra academic spice shit. See, the brain can't hear all that. All that wild shit.
I put my feelings in it.
Okay. But it throws off the conversation.
I have a right to feel.
You do not have a right to lie. You do not have a right to lie in this conversation. No, nobody said that. See, you threw the lie in the cap. That's cap. I sit here and agree. Brass read an excellent statement, bro.
No, it's only excellent because you agree with it.
No, because they broke it down properly. All right, I'm done. I made my point. Go ahead, Reggie. You gotta know they don't give a fuck, Reggie.
No, because
you just gotta understand it. Once you understand that, Reggie, you be up for the
you talking to yourself. I guarantee you ain't nobody listening to that shit.
I know.
What a shame, man.
So, brother Reggie, I just want to talk about a statement. Wait, where you finished, brother?
They keep egging you on to do this shit to yourself, Reggie. They
no,
not
you said you want
listening.
content. I'm giving them content. So, brother Reggie, you want to speak or can I speak?
Yeah, you're right about that. Niggas don't care. They ain't listening.
no, you can
It's like you trying to tell it. It's like you trying to tell a room full of atheists some shit about Jesus is real. Y'all not gonna be trying to hear that shit, huh? It's gonna be like, bro, whatever you say, I know it's bullshit. Why? Because we atheists, God not real. All of us is sitting here already understand that Dr. Ben to us is not a credible scholar. So anything y'all trying to bring, if y'all trying to big him up, we already is like an atheist trying to be taught that Jesus is real. That's what y'all doing to us. That is bullshit. How many ways is y'all gonna twist this to try to put this shit in our heads?
I'm answering questions.
Reggie, you know he just capped out, right?
Yeah.
He capped himself out.
Yeah, he tapped himself out because I was just answering questions.
Listen to it. Dr. Ben
I'm not
credible. We went down the whole line about what.
Oh, if he's not credible, what are we doing?
No
if
one
you accept that he's not credible, then what are we doing?
I am answering questions.
No, hold on. You said that this nigga was an academic. Your whole mill, your whole hyperbole, and you ended with a credible academic. Nigga, we never said that. That's the cat.
So why would we listen to a nigga who's not a credible academic?
You capped out. You capped out.
So
that's
hold
the
on.
cat.
Corey, you chopping up.
So he's not a credible academic.
That's the cat.
Corey, you chopping up. You gotta go out and come back.
So if he's not a credible academic, he's not an expert, what are we listening to him for? What are we about to do?
Community educator is what the shit said.
You a community educator.
No.
For a nigga to argue me down that I'm trying to be. Hold on, yo. This how disingenuous it is. Oh no, hey, hold on.
So you and Dr. Ben is on the same level.
This is the best show.
Same level, nigga. I agree.
I
agree, nigga. I agree. So for a nigga to try to argue,
do you accept that, Reggie? Hold on.
Let me finish my point, though, yo. Let me finish my point, though, yo. You said it. Let me finish my point. I ain't talking when you was finishing your point. So for a nigga to sit here and argue that and make a nigga argue for me being an academic is per cat. It's cat with a capital cat. It's the big baseball cat. The hell out of here with that, bro. That's the game y'all play. And it sounds real smooth. It sounds real cool. You get it all. That's cat, bro. Stop it. He was what he was. A community activist that put information that academia wasn't writing on. Like that. You know that shit. Right, wrong, or fucking indifferent. That's the difference the nigga made. That's why he in the mental shit. Okay, that's what y'all say. That is your opinion, though. You can have that.
It was wrong.
Nigga, you never said it was wrong. It all was not wrong. You're lying.
What did he get right? What did he get right?
Hey, Reggie, we're going to go through the book, right?
What did he get right?
We're going to go through his works. Listen, we'll go through his works, right? And we're going to go step by step with these. That's how you get these things, because you know they ain't ready, Reggie. You know what, Reggie? They don't even know what's in the book, Reggie. So they wouldn't even know, Reggie. They wouldn't even know.
You agree with me?
No, I don't.
No, I don't.
You said that he was a community activist?
That don't mean you can't get shit right, nigga. I get shit right all the time. That's wrong.
Yeah,
that's okay.
You do, but you're not credible.
Guess what, though, yo?
You're not credible.
Guess what, though? No, hold on. So you saying the only way a person can be credible is what? What makes a person credible?
Not lying on their about their credentials.
No, you said I wasn't credible. I don't lie about none of that. I can actually put up a sign.
No, we talking about Dr. Ben. We ain't talking about you.
Oh, I thought you said I pull up my work, nigga.
You ain't credible neither.
All right, so guess what? I bet you don't got a published article.
You
with
killed
some
the gorilla. You killed the gorilla. You kill that gorilla. Friends to kill a gorilla. You ain't credible.
That was conspiracy. That was a conspiracy.
You're killing that stuff. God damn. Y'all niggas laugh. Y'all ain't
kill a gorilla.
No.
Ain't nobody
kill a gorilla.
You got me.
Shit. You can't be credible. God damn.
That's crazy. So after 3 hours, we finally get the hit.
Let's move on.
We finally heard it, Joe. Niggas tried to beat me up, call me a liar. Now it's like we got him. I know we got you, nigga.
Hey, Logic, I never said that. Logic, say that again.
What makes you even agree to some shit like that?
Y'all still cap every this funny shit. Y'all niggas.
But y'all done several times and admitted that the man ain't academic. And then ChatGPT also admitted that all you can get.
I didn't admit that. I said he taught at academic universities. I said that he taught at academic universities.
Didn't say you're not reading his book for academics, yo. And then it's cool.
Hey, Logic, that's a straw man. Logic, who say that?
That ain't no straw man. You clearly can't get the academics out of it, so you gotta be reading it for something else.
Hold on. All right, I got you. Since I seem to be the only nigga on earth to read the shit, have you ever heard me say that?
You've been trying to bait us into reading that shit for a long time.
No, I have not. No, bro, stop, man. Come on,
I'm messing with you. Go ahead. I'm messing with you.
I'm saying, you never heard me say that Dr. Ben was an academic.
I'm tell you, fall back from this.
Okay, no, this is true, and Mel, I appreciate it.
What you say, Mel? What you say?
You took the time on the hill that ain't your fight. Just fall back.
This ain't your fight. It's Reggie. Reggie tried to get the content. You just
Hey,
try
you
to
can get it too, though, Mel. How about that,
No,
Mel?
no,
Hold
no,
on.
no.
Hey, Mel, you can get it too. I'm a down that hill with Reggie. Go get it. Mel, wrong with you, Mel. You know me. You know who I am in this motherfucking thing right here, nigga. I'm right here.
Well, he willing to die on the hill and also say he willing to die on the hill and also say Dr. Ben is not academic and he wrong. I don't know what he fighting for.
Everybody in the car, man, gotta be careful.
If Dr. Ben is not an academic and he wrong, I don't know what y'all fighting
the
for.
nigga not wrong now. What? He not no more wrong than Philly's Peach Street, niggas. Let's be real. Let's play the game. Hey, Reggie, I'm up for the challenge, nigga. I hope you hit you.
Peach Street was in 1800s, though.
I'm actually trying to give Brother Reggie some credit. Y'all keep stopping, bro. I'm trying to. He made a correct.
Hey, Reggie, we don't need no smoke and mirrors. We don't need no razzle dazzle. The nigga don't gotta be academic to put the shit in paper right. They capped the fuck out, yo. They made that shit up. Who said that? The wild ass niggas say that shit. A wild nigga say, yeah, I'm right about everything. Y'all got me fucked up. I communicate with experts that respect motherfucking niggas' work. Y'all tripping right now. Y'all niggas ain't got nothing nowhere. Nowhere. But on you,
Nah, bro, like just be honest, yo. You treating Dr. Ben like he Bill Nye the Science Guy or some shit. Let's just be real.
Bill, right, okay, right. Bill Nye the Science Guy don't got no degree in science. Right, there you go. You just figured it out, bro. Man, how you fall into that?
That still don't help you out, Joe. We all know Bill Nye the Science Guy is up there with them people, go. Come on, y'all.
No, he not.
We're not about to compare.
No, he not.
We are not about to compare Bill Nye the Science Guy to goddamn Dr. Ben, go.
Why not, yo?
You know that you're going to lose, yo.
All right, that's another video, nigga.
Hold on. Bill Nye does have a degree. He does have a degree. What do you mean? Why you say that?
Dr. Ben got a degree.
Dr. Ben doesn't have a degree.
He do got a degree.
No, he doesn't.
He do.
He got honorary degrees.
He keep going back and forth, but at the time when he went to Cornell, he didn't even have the honorary.
No, he didn't even have honorary. Nope.
When they were calling him Dr. Ben, he didn't have a doctorate or honorary degree. And Bill Nye the Science Guy has a degree from Cornell University. It's the funniest thing.
You're going to lose all before you even get started, Joe.
Hold on, so we arguing with Bill Nye has a degree.
No, we're not.
Arguing with Bill. Hold on. Jesus Christ, you're doing it on purpose right now, yo. I'm saying,
moving the goalpost and then trying to move it back.
Come on, Mel, with that shit, Mel.
Go ahead.
What's wrong with you, Mel? You get your shot at it, yo. Relax. You can jump. You don't get shot up too. Are we arguing that Bill Nye? My argument with Bill Nye was that the nigga talks about science but does not have a science degree. Was my goddamn statement. Not whether he had a fucking degree. Y'all tripping right now, bro.
At least we know the man college educated though. You know, you act like you ain't get what I was saying.
That's where you going with it now? Okay, bad.
No, you just said he didn't have a degree. That's all I said.
I didn't say you said.
That's exactly what you said. You said he didn't have a degree, not a degree.
I said he didn't have a degree in the shit he talking about, bro. That's the conversation, bro.
Okay,
y'all in your brain.
No, listen, I didn't know. Listen, okay. I'm a brother Reggie. Let me give you some credit.
Hold on, you didn't know Bill Nye's not a scientist, yo? He's not a scientist at all. So he said, I'm comparing that'd be a perfect motherfucking thing.
He has a bachelor.
It's not a
not in science. No, not in. He's not a scientist.
The fact that you think there's one-to-one shows
Hold on. He's not a scientist. Okay, he's not a scientist, but he definitely has. Hold on. But his degree is a bachelor of science.
Engineering. It's
a bachelor of science.
Does not make you a scientist.
I'm not saying. Can I finish my sentence? I'm not saying. I agree with you. But his degree is a bachelor of science in mechanical engineering from Cornell University.
Right, I agree to that.
Okay, that's all I'm saying.
He talks about all things science. That's all Dr. Ben is doing. He talks about all things Egyptology. That's it, bro. You can talk about the subject matter without having a degree. You just ain't gonna be able to change the field. Now that shit is that heavy.
You can talk about it, and all we're saying is you can most certainly talk about it. We live in the United States of America, free speech. But if you don't have an honorary degree and no peer-reviewed work, you probably shouldn't be teaching students at an Ivy League university.
But he was.
Wouldn't you take it up with the Ivy League university? Yo, you wouldn't take it up with us? That's crazy as hell.
Is y'all mad because the nigga got through and could maintain that position for 9, 10 years, yo? That's hate at this point. God, y'all
No, we
act
acting
like that, yo.
Oh yeah,
acting
nah,
like
nah,
y'all are acting like he didn't do it though. Know what's going? I don't even know what y'all arguing no more.
I
It's
don't
so
know.
Oh
confusing.
man, that's that. Y'all got some wild ass shit, right? I'm gonna let that slide.
Reggie, can I give you your credit? When you get a chance, I'm gonna give you your credit.
Hey, Reggie, what's on Dr. Ben's obituary, yo? In that schooling section, yo. Can we talk about that real quick, yo?
Yeah, I got the obituary.
So you giving out a participation ribbon, huh, Brad?
Go ahead, Mel. Read the obituary, what they said about any schooling. Go ahead, bro.
Hold on, let me pull it up.
Well, the man that wrote it, where's brother Reggie at? Like, I feel
Reggie
like
said he helped write it, but yeah, he's in there.
Yeah, Reggie wrote that shit, man.
I'm a contributor.
Come on. Hey,
I'm a contributor. You can look at a journal.
It's wild to me though, y'all.
It's everything is gonna be wild to you because you're uneducated.
Never in my life have I said, fuck Dr. Ben, right? But the guy who's on here defending Dr. Ben tooth and nail said 2 hours ago, fuck Dr. Ben. And ain't none of his shit credible.
Dr. Ben, nigga, I ain't scared of that.
Like, it's wild. Like, that's
explain the why.
Why y'all even talking
why, niggas? Explain the why. Don't play with me.
I just want to know why.
Explain the why. Explain the why.
I want to know why they're still talking to you about Dr. Ben when you done already said fuck him and he's not credible already.
There you go with the cap.
You already said what they say.
There you go with the cap.
Oh yeah, no, he said fuck Francis Cress Wilson. All of them.
Did he?
Oh shit.
Why I say? Why I say?
I'm gonna say it because you
all of them. Why I say?
Why
I say? So now you're a liar. See that? Hey, Brad. Now you see, right? Because I explained the shit.
Am I lying, Brad?
No, you niggas like that. You don't argue good faith.
You caught the thinking clear, yo.
If nobody knows
that I'm lying, Brad, that's all you got to say.
Y'all some wild ass niggas. That's why we get here. That's why we get here.
Or Brad, if logic or Brad tell me I'm lying, I will shut the fuck up right now. Just need logic or Brad to tell me I'm lying.
Okay.
Go ahead. Two things can be true. Hold on. Two things can be true. Corey, he did say those things. He did go on to explain why he said those things. And it's on record. I don't remember exactly what he said.
That's all I need in the world. That's all I need in the world. It's
he didn't explain it though, Brad.
I don't need that shit.
No, I wasn't.
I need niggas to say what I'm saying. I don't need none of my shit taken out of my context.
I need Brad to
I don't need to say. I'm good. Hey, thank you, Brad. Appreciate that, bro.
Brad, I never said he didn't explain it, Brad. All I said is what he said, right?
Yes.
Was I correct about what he said?
Yeah,
right?
I said two things.
All right, that's all I want to be clear. I never said why he said it or what to read. I ain't said none of that. I'm saying he said he wasn't credible and he said fuck him. That's it. So now cuss me out again. Every time I bring up back what he said to me, he always end up cussing me out about what he said to me. So y'all look at the pattern. I'm just telling y'all to listen to the pattern. I told y'all the pattern early. It's starting to come and reveal itself. But
okay,
ahead,
so Brass, wait, I'm getting ready to leave because I lost track of my day. Wait, 1 second. I am trying to leave.
So you gonna cut me off, Reggie?
Yeah, because I'm trying to leave. I'm trying to leave. I've been on this show for like 2.5, 3 hours. I have to do something personally, right? I lost track of time. So in my closing, Brass, there was a question that you wanted to ask me. I will listen, and if I have the time, I answer. But I got what I needed from the show. So can you ask me the question?
What I was saying, it was about the real quick. It was about the excavations, and I was saying I was actually giving you credit because it said that it says if we're talking about 1 second, I'm trying to hurry up. I said, were there any black people included in excavations at the time? It said, yes, there were black people involved in excavations, but then it did say what you said. Most were not in leadership roles because of colonial era restrictions and academic gatekeeping. It says, before the 1960s, Egyptian workers did much of the digging, but were rarely credited in works. but there were people that were actually at the excavations: Ahmad Kamal, Labib Abachi, Fekri Hassan, many Sudanese scholars, Dr. Charles Finch in the late 20th century, and Jesse Moreland from Howard University. But I was saying that you were actually correct. That particular part of the record, as far as other African Americans and Africans of the time, the gatekeeping and the colonial restrictions did keep them off the excavations. Some did make it on there, but they're still very clear that there's no documented record of him being in a leadership or worker role on any excavation in history. But I want to give you credit that you were right about the colonial era restrictions and the academic gatekeeping.
Okay, well, with that, I think it's, Unc, if you have the time, you can carry on, but I do, and I appreciate that, Brass, for at least reading that into the history. I'm just always disappointed when people haven't.
I'm back. What y'all lying about now?
That's beautiful.
Man, see what I'm saying, yo? It's always.
Okay, I'm gonna leave with.
It's always that, yo.
I'm gonna leave with. I'm gonna leave with that. Hi, Mika.
Yo.
How you doing? All right. So I'm gonna leave
Reggie,
with.
do you know how much? You know how disingenuous?
Yeah.
He's still there.
Yes.
Talking crazy. Left this shit open ended. We talking to people listening, yo. So when you say shit like that, it fucks up everything, yo. It's the craziest shit ever, yo.
You now, dog.
Well, I'll get my chance to respond, though. Just like the whole gorilla shit you made up. You made
Brother
shit up.
Reggie, if you gotta go, go ahead.
I'm gonna go. I want to say thank you. Bye, Mika.
In the middle of Atlanta, I'm 100 gorilla.
And I want you to know, brother,